Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again for day 3 of our vacation. This is a series where we are following exactly where we are on vacation with Flight Simulator and Ship Simulator as we go down to Disney as a family with Ella, and then we go on a 4-day Disney cruise with the beautiful, brand new to us, Disney Wish. So I figured this is where we're going to be today. This is what you guys get to see. Welcome down to Florida in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and as you can see in front of us, it is time for us to do what we call the Epcot Death March. It just always feels like you're walking more around here because you want to go all the way around the lagoon and see everywhere that Epcot has to offer. But I hope you guys are having a good one. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. I really do appreciate it. But we're going to fly around a little bit. Again, remember, we are not going for realism here. I would not be able to fly this low here in flights, in flight in general, with a helicopter over Epcot, but I wanted to be able to kind of look at it and enjoy. So right here in front of us, you have Spaceship Earth, or Golf Ball as it's known, which is still one of the coolest innovation engineering feats in my personal opinion. It is so cool, and very excited to go in once again to experience this. Over here, of course, you got the dueling shops, as I like to call it, but this has been a renovation since that time, so I'm very interested to see what it's going to be like. I've also noticed I've never been on the monorail. Sorry, I'm going to kick it this way really quick. Never been on the monorail to actually go around the ball. Let me actually kick it around and all the way through the lagoon. I've never done that. So maybe I'll have to actually add it to this trip. All right, let's pop back over here. Slow down, slow down. This was the discovery of electricity and stuff like that with Ellen DeGeneres. That's closed now. That has been replaced with Guardians of the Galaxy. That roller coaster. I can't remember, something through time. Can't exactly remember the name of it. But that's something new for us. That's like the cool thing. We've got a lot of new stuff to be able to do. Animal Kingdom yesterday will be Avatar World for the very first time, which will be fantastic. Yes, I know. RPM unhappy. RPM always unhappy with this helicopter. Just try to get that up. Try to ignore that for a bit. But then right next to it, you've got Mission Space, which I've got to figure out which difficulty I want to be able to do with my current back situation and back injury to see what my body is going to be able to handle, whether I can do the intense or have to kind of do mild on this trip. Again, I don't want to knock myself out only on the 3rd day of the trip and kind of ruin it for the rest. So we'll see how that goes. Going to get us a little more under control here and kick ourselves to the right. Unfortunately is a loose word, I guess, here. As you can see, coming into view right here on the right side of the plane, helicopter, if I can get us moved back a little bit, is Test Track. Now, unfortunately, Test Track is closed. Now, why do I say, well, unfortunately, quote, unquote, is because Test Track 2.0 sucked. I was a kid when Test Track opened, the original, and the concept of crash test dummy and everything being physical and practical was fantastic. Then we did the 2.0 years ago, 2014, I think. 2014, 2015, and it's all screens and the futuristic and the design of the car. It was stupid. They turned it into, it felt like more of a kid's ride than anything, but like worse. So they say they're supposed to be going closer to the original and enjoying nature and the driving and stuff like that. So again, theme parks, we're sick of screens. Just letting you know. Everybody wants to see practical. We're just sick of getting motion sick every single time we go on a ride, and that comes from somebody who doesn't get motion sickness. As we continue and we start to go around the world, now the problem is I don't know some of the stuff that's actually around here. And that's actually something that I want to be able to do to spend our day, is be able to walk around and kind of take it all. I know that we have Frozen the Ride in Norway, which is going to be very fun to experience because, again, we have not been able to do that. That's brand new. I didn't do the original ride, so that should be a lot of fun, I think. And then as we keep going, we're not going to do drinking around the world or tasting. We don't need that many snacks in our lives, and both Danielle and I do not drink, so that's out, just in case you were wondering. The other things that I know that we have, unfortunately, I think there's only one for like main rides, and that would be in France for the Ratatouille ride, which is one of our first things as well. You got the little amphitheater that's right there as well. That's going to be very fun if there's anything going on. We've been here for Christmas, where they've done the Christmas carols and they always have a celebrity. We've done that twice. I didn't know one of them. One of them was Trace Adkins. It was great. And then as we continue, obviously, into China and Asia and stuff like that, as we go around. Again, I can't remember. There is a nighttime show, but I don't remember if we're staying here long enough to actually enjoy that show. But I know Ratatouille's on the list, Frozen's on the list, the Guardians ride's on the list. I know also, as we get closer, Finding Nemo. You've also got a couple of the kind of outliers that you kind of forget about and you want to be able to do. I know there's Into Imagination with Figment or something. I honestly, I don't know. There's these rides that for years and years we would just skip because I didn't care. And I was always the one leading the group. We're really letting Danielle lead this one. So that'll be very interesting. We'll probably go on some of the rides for the very first time. We've got the little boat that kind of goes around to the Botanic Gardens, and to be able to see all that, that's actually right there in front of us as well. So that should be a lot of fun to be able to kind of go on these things that we haven't for so long and make a full day at Epcot. Whatever we used to do, I can't tell you. It's been so long since we've been there. Then, of course, right outside the window right here is Nemo and Friends. I think it's the United States' one of the largest, if not the largest, aquarium, and I know it's right up there in the world list as well. Now, fun fact about that, I'm going to come over and jut around here because I want to tell a little story while I can and while I have your attention. Let's kick it so I can get the aquarium in sight and in the shot here. I have actually been able to scuba dive here at the aquarium. Years and years and years ago, I actually got to do that, and again, I wish I could do that now. Again, with Ella, it's a lot harder because obviously she's not going to go scuba diving, which means somebody in our party needs to stay behind to take care of her. And there's a lot of stuff I don't do in life, like go to water parks and do that and stuff like that, because it's not fair for me to ask somebody else to alter their vacation plans because of Ella and my disability and having a copy for that. So, excuse me, that's just not fair. But I know that Finding Nemo, the shell kind of ride things in there. We're not going to do Talk to Crush. We're not going to do a lot of the stereotypical like character meet and greets and like the princess thing. We used to do those because we wanted the opportunity to eat at these places, but we've opted a lot out of that because, you know, as adults and with Ella, it's a lot harder for me to be like in the mood to stay in character and to play with these people who are doing amazing at their job. And so I've kind of decided, okay, no big things of characters. There's a couple characters I need. Like I need to see Pluto and got to get a picture with Mickey. Like, you know, the standard things. But we're changing a lot of the stuff up until we have kids. We've been talking about that, like, you know, the Crush thing's more excited if we have kids. And if, you know, going to meet the princesses, if we're going to spend that money now or spend it later, let's spend it later when a child can enjoy meeting the characters that they see in their movies. Oh, you shush. I know. One of these things isn't mapped right, and I understand that, and I will continue to work on that. Man, the Huey was so much easier to land than this guy. Again, it's you got to be very smooth with your motions, which I can't be with a yoke versus a stick. Yeah, touchdown and then lift it back up. There we go. Off, engine off, throttle. Excuse me. All the way off as well. And that'll start shutting down, which means it's time for us to climb on out of the helicopter and head into Epcot to kind of look around in the drone shot to see what we can see. So like I said, I know that I've taken the monorail here, but I think it's when you depart, it actually goes around the lagoon and around the ball. So we're going to have to see if we can fit that into our schedule as well. But of course, we got Spaceship Earth, or AKA Giant Golf Ball, which I know that there's some people, some Disney fans that are so upset when you say that. Guys, it's okay. It looks like a golf ball. It's not one. We understand that, but it's funny to say. So continuing on over here, we're going to fly over the shops. Of course, you had, what was the actual name of it? Universe of Energy starring Ellen DeGeneres, which I notice now they've wiped her name off of a lot of things, and then you also call it Ellen's Energy Adventure, stuff like that. But actually, even at this point in time, when they got these mappings, you can actually see here the construction walls, and it says Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's going to be the new ride's going to be all up in this location, and I'm so excited for that. I'm not excited about the screens, but I'm excited for new things. You know, it's going to be so cool to be able to do. Then over here, you got Mission Space. Again, we're going to have to figure out which way we're going to go with this. Again, do I want to ruin my day? Do I want to not ruin my day? You know, it's anything's possible. Then, of course, you got Test Track. That's going to be closed at that time. Let's see. What else can we actually see? Can we see a lot? Let's go around the lagoon, which, of course, also looks pretty. Which, you know, for some of the detailed maps that I know that are out there, this is just peaceful. I know there's a lot of talk about the next flight sim game, giving you better ability to walk around and enjoy the world, and I think that's really important because you get to go anywhere in the world. There's the pyramid that I'm pretty sure has a fence around it now because people were climbing it because people are stupid. Don't be one of those people. Then, of course, we come over to, I think, Norway? I wonder. If I click here, and I click here, and if we go over to Epcot on Google Map, do you actually tell me? Yeah, that's Test Track. No, you actually don't. You don't tell me what's where. But I know, like, right here, looking at it, this is the Frozen Ever After area, plus show building. Then we go over, and I guess this is China. Yep, this is China, because there's a Mulan meet and greet. So we'll keep going. I know that Germany is here. It's in this area. I like Germany because there's a food place there where they actually, like, it's kind of Oktoberfesty, where there's some really good food and grid sausage, but then there's, like, the actual whole band and everything. So that's pretty awesome. American Adventure starts to come through here. Excuse me. Which I have no idea what American History Show. The animatronic History Show. Okay. Which is here, because this is America. Over there, it's still Germany. America. Right? Are we halfway across? We're not. What are you? Are you Italy? Yes. Italy. We're learning, guys. Because I'm like, no, that's America. You look at it, I'm like, small town America? No, not the right architecture. That'd do it. Colonial times, my hometown looks like that. Continuing on over, I know that we've got Japan, which is here, which I think it'll be neat to go through. Because, again, we walked by all these places, and, you know, I actually want to take the time to appreciate them as we go through. Because, again, I have no idea how long it'll be until we're back here. Then you've got Morocco, and then the big one, France, which includes, I don't know if it was built at this time, it was the Remy ride, which is going to be spectacular. I'm so excited for going on this ride because it's new and it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be my word of the day here. Then we obviously said we got the French, and then of course we go over to the United Kingdom, the international gateway that connects to the hotels. As we continue on, you got the I love it. You got the UK, which I don't know what that building is. Then you've got Canada, which I think remember has a beautiful garden. I know there's Disney's short films, Pixar short films. I think that I heard was here in this building. Then, of course, you've got the World of Nature. I know a lot of things have changed since we've been there. which should be pretty awesome, including the land. And, of course, how can I forget Soarin'? I can't forget that. All over in that pavilion there. Ooh, jittery. And then we go to Nemo and Friends, and then one of my favorite little things right here is the seagulls. I like actually just to literally sit there for a little while and listen to the seagulls yell at each other saying, mine. I have a problem. It's fine. But that is going to be our day at Epcot. And again, you always do Epcot in a circle, and I've always done it in a clockwise format, and I think that's what we're going to be doing this time. It's going to be dictated a lot by the lightning lanes that we have. Unfortunately, we are doing the pay-to-win at Disney, which makes me very disappointed. Because we no longer qualify for Handicap Pass, even though I have Ella. So expect a video on that, by the way, later in the future. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting. So we had to do the pay to win of going to Disney and paying for the extra lightning lanes, and just make sure that we get to experience everything and we don't have to wait in massive lines. Well, as at a threat of being stepped on. That's my biggest fear. She's been injured before in lines. Come on, I want you to stop. You were almost stopped and you just gave me crap. There it is. That's fine. But there you go, everybody. That is day number 3 of our trip here down to Florida. Sorry for clearing my throat. I know somebody had said that before. Y'all, I have a lot of phlegm. It's life. It sucks. I digress. Stop complaining about me. But the next day, day number 4, what you get to look forward to tomorrow, is going to be MGM. Well, used to be MGM, Hollywood Studios, where it looks like we're going to be starting off with Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway at 9, Twilight Tower of Terror at 10, Muppets, heck yes, at 11, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at noon, and then the sci-fi dinner at 4:30. I'm also we also have Fantasmic at 8:30, but before that, at 7 o'clock, I get to go make my custom lightsaber that day. I'm so excited, everybody. Oh, I'm so excited to do that. I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan, but overall, that just seems like such an experience that I cannot turn down. But that's going to do it for this one. We will see you tomorrow at Hollywood Studios, and I really do appreciate you guys coming out to this one and giving it a chance. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.